Okay, hello flashlight enthusiasts. This is my review of the Fenix LD75C, C standing for color, which has a max output of 4200 lumens. It also has a Cree XML color LED, which is red, green, blue, and white. Has a max beam distance of up to 490 meters or 536 yards. Double circuit design for flexible power options and better reliability. Instant strobe and turbo function. Here's the side of the box. Max turbo is 4000 lumens. The economy is 40 lumens. Turbo will go for an hour and a half. 40 lumens will go for 175 hours. 490 meters. 1 meter drop resistance and 2 meters submersible underwater. Here are the run times. Again, eco 40 lumens, 175 hours. Low 200 lumens, 35 hours. Mid 600 lumens, 11 hours. High is 1800 lumens at 3 hours. Turbo is 4000 lumens at 1 hour and 30 minutes. Now on the multicolor LED, the 200 lumens of the white is 11 hours. The green, 190 lumens, 11 hours. Blue, 45 lumens, 11 hours. And red, 140 lumens, 14 hours. And strobes at 4000 lumens. The reason they say this can do 4200 lumens is when you combine the 4 Cree XML U2 LEDs with the white XML 200 lumens LED, you get a max of 4200 lumens. As you can see, has a lifespan of 50,000 hours in LEDs. It's powered by either 4 18650 batteries or 8 CR123s, and has 9 output options including strobe. Has a battery level indicator, which is really cool. We'll show that to you in a little bit. And it's got 24 months free repair, limited lifetime warranty. There's the measurements, all that good stuff. There's the back of the box, side of the box, bottom, top. Okay, here is the flashlight. All right. Now you can see you got this 3 buttons here. You got the power button, which is here. You got the color button. And then you got this sun looking symbol. The C is for the color LEDs. The power button operates the white LEDs, the 4 Cree XML U2s. And this is your instant strobe and instant turbo mode. Okay? That's the back of it. I like this because it can tail stand, which makes it great for illuminating a room, especially if the power goes out or something. Alright, and here's a good look at the LEDs, the 4 Cree XML U2s. And the XML color LED in the center. I can get much more than that. So, all right, let's take this thing apart. Take a look at the battery compartment. That's the tail. Here is battery compartment. Now, unlike my Skyray King 7 Cree flashlight, where all the batteries face the same way. On this one, 2 face up, 2 face down. You can see here and here it gives you the positive, negative, so you know which way to put the batteries in. We'll go ahead and put some batteries in now, real fast. I like to use these TrustFire 18650 3600 milliamp hour batteries. I have not had any problems with these batteries. I bought some, I think they were TrustFire batteries, and I had an issue with them, one of them overheating and get extremely hot. But I have not had these problems with these batteries, and so I bought these on Amazon. They're a really good deal as far as price, and I have not had any issues with any of my TrustFire batteries thus far. Knocking on wood. Alright. I can see in the tail cap there's 2 little holes, and you can see the 2 pins here. These pins have little springs on them, so as you start to twist this on, they will just pop in place, and you'll be good to go. The threading on this is very nice. It threads on very smoothly, very cleanly, not like some of the cheaper flashlights. Okay. Also, sorry guys. All right, when you get the box, you'll get an owner's manual. All right. You will get a little card in there that tells you about their Fenix's other products. Okay. You'll also get the warranty card. Give you a good shot of that if I can get it to go in focus. There we go. There's the warranty card. And then you also get a lanyard. Okay. You get a spare O-ring. All right. And you get the holster. It's Velcro. Flashlight goes in there facing up. LEDs towards you. All right. To the light. Okay, this also has, like I said, it has the power indicator level, and I'm going to show you how that works. What you do is you double press the color button twice. Press it twice. Now here it's illuminating green, so green constantly on means sufficient power level. Okay, the next thing down would be blue, constant on, which means it has a high power level. Red, constant on, would mean it has low power level. And if the red LED is flashing, that means the power level is critically low and needs to be charged right away. Otherwise, you're probably not going to get much light out of it. Okay. So anyway, going through the color features, this is what you have. So you have, hold it down, you got white. Again, that's 200 lumens. That's on the color LED. You got red strobe. All right, pretty intense there, you can see. You got a red and blue strobe. Now the red and blue strobe is interesting because it does change flash patterns midway through. So I'm not controlling it, it's just stopped and then changed flash patterns. So it can alternate through all these different flash patterns. Okay, next one's steady blue. You got steady green. You got steady red. And we're back to white again. And to turn it off, you just hold the button down until it turns off. Now, for the Cree XML U2 LEDs, hold it down. Again, first one is 40 lumens, which is called Eco. Okay. Next one, that's 200 lumens. That's low. 600 lumens, mid or medium. 1800 lumens, high. Yep, I think I missed one here. So that's Eco, low, mid, high, turbo. There we go, there's turbo. Sorry guys. All right, turn that off. Now, this button here, this is instant strobe, so all of you that have seizure issues, this is your warning. I'm going to turn the strobe on here. That's instant turbo. Okay, sorry, it's one click to go to turbo and hold it down to just, it's one click to go to strobe and then hold it down to go to turbo. So again, one click, strobe, hold it down for a moment, and you got turbo, instant turbo. Okay, the other thing that's neat about this flashlight is apparently you're able to, let's turn this down to, okay, Eco. You can also turn on the color LEDs at the same time the white LED's on. So you can see I got the white LEDs, the 4 Cree XML U2 LEDs are running, plus the color LED runs at the same time. So it gives you a lot of different ideas of what you could do with that. So that's pretty neat. Let's see, low, I don't know if that's probably gonna overpower my camera, but anyway, this is great because I love to be able to tail stand these. Say if you have an emergency, the power goes out. These are great. I originally got the Skyray King. This is a great flashlight. I like it. I like that it tail stands really well. It's a really nice flashlight. It's probably not going to be any near as broad as a high-end brand like Fenix or Nightcore or some of the other brands out there, Olight. I'm really interested in this Ace Beam K70 right now. But anyway, I like these because they can tail stand. So in emergency, you just put them on a countertop or a table or wherever you may be and point at the ceiling and just run it. Again, 40 lumens illuminates the room enough so you can see and walk around and function. I like that, you know, you can go to 200 lumens. The Skyray King, it only has 3 settings. It has high and like a medium. and a strobe. That's it. And the problem is with these Chinese flashlights, they don't give you any run times or anything on them. So it's kind of hard to know what they'll do. I like to have a flashlight in case of emergency. I have an idea of what it will do, and I definitely like that. It gives me a power indicator there. I'm showing you again how in this one all the batteries actually face the same way. But again, this was a $28 flashlight, you know, so you really can't go wrong. Where this is a $170 flashlight, so but much better quality. All right, next we're going to go out. We're going to go outside and do some beam shots. We're going to do that later this evening. I'm going to do a comparison. This is my Nikkor MH27. It has a high Cree version 3 LED, I believe. A lot of guys, you're probably familiar with this flashlight already. And it has the 3 color LEDs in there, red, green, and blue, which I really like at night. Sometimes not to disturb other people in the house, I turn on the color LEDs and walk around. See just fine. But anyway, this has a max throw at 1,000 lumens of 462 meters. It is an amazing flashlight. Later on, I will be doing a review of this, the MH27, and I'll also do a comparison between the older version of the MH25, which is the multi-hybrid, multitask hybrid line of Nikkor flashlight, which I like because they're USB rechargeable. You can see the little USB flap there. But anyway, we'll go outside now and do some beam shots, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, out here with the LD75C, it's pretty hard to tell. I was using the iPhone 6 to record the first part of the video. When I went outside, it just could not pick up the beam shots at all, so now I'm using my iPad 2. It's a little bit better, but guys, it's not going to be as good as some of the other videos I've seen about beam shots, just because I don't have a good quality camera for outside apparently, but hopefully one day that will change. Alright, so right now we're at 40 lumens, can't really see a whole lot. There's a tree right there in front of me, try to focus in a little bit. Okay, so that's 40 lumens. Next jump, now we're at 200 lumens. Okay, you can see a little ways down. That tree right there is about 50 feet away. Now we jump to 600 lumens. Okay, 600 lumens, you can see that bush a little bit better if my camera would focus in. Come on. There we go. Okay. 1800 lumens. You can see it just really illuminates this whole area down there. Down there, the canal goes to another canal. That's about 175 feet away. Now jumping up one more to 4,000 lumens. You can see there's a house right over there. That house is 500 feet away. Those trees right there are about 200 feet away. But you can see it just really illuminates pretty good distance. So within 200 feet, it lights up pretty much everything, which is just fantastic. Going along the canal here, you can see some treetops and stuff. So as far as checking out things around the house or outside, this light does fantastically. I'm going to go ahead and show you now the red and blue strobe feature. You go through the colors. Alright, so that's red and blue strobe. You can kind of see it against the pool enclosure screen. Then you got steady blue. And it's very bright for the color LEDs compared to the color LEDs in the MH27, but there's a big lumens difference. That's green. That's steady red. Red's very bright, especially indoors. Really illuminates a lot. That's the color LED, but the white part of the color LED. And you got red strobe, and then red and blue. Now, compare that red and blue, if you will, to the MH27. This is the MH27. You can see how much less the red and blue strobe on the MH27 illuminates the same screen enclosure. Big difference. I mean, it's very nice. It is very bright. You see it there. It's very bright, close range, but does not compare to the LD75C as far as its blue and red strobe and its color LEDs. Much more lumens. So just thought I'd point that out to you guys. Now you saw the LD75C. This is a Skyray King. Told you I was going to show this since I showed it in the video. This is the Skyray King. It does a pretty good job. I mean, it does illuminate out there. You can see, but this is supposed to be 10,000 lumens at this setting. 10,200 lumens is what they advertise. Well, technically they save their butts by saying up to 10,200 lumens, but there's no way. This thing's nowhere near 10,200 lumens. I mean, it does light up the trees. These trees right here are probably, they're about 75 feet in front of me. So, I mean, it does light up the area. I mean, again, it's a $30 flashlight. I mean, so if you really just want to walk around and just check out your yard or something, that's fine. $30, not bad. It only has 3 settings: high, I guess this is medium, off, and then strobe. That's the strobe. So that gives you an idea. Now I'll hold up the LD75C so you can kind of see. This is the Skyray King. It's about a $30 flashlight on Amazon. Had to wait for it for about a month to come from China. We'll compare that again to the LD75C, which is a true 4,000 lumens. Again, big difference. This camera doesn't do it justice, but those clump of trees, can't quite make out, but they're 500 to 600 feet away, way in the back. The camera doesn't do it justice, but you can really see down that whole embankment. So there's a lot of light coming out of this thing. I like the color LEDs for different things. Hunters could use them for tracking and things like that if they had to. It's got fantastic runtime, so I really like this flashlight. It's a great flashlight to my collection. Really lights up everything at that setting. And even at the lower settings, when it's, you know, 1800 lumens or whatever, and 40, 200, 600, 1800, even at 1800, it really lights up everything. I mean, you pretty much see everything you'd need to see, you know. And then at 4,000, it just, you can really see a lot of detail, so that just gives you an idea. And then for one last final comparison on that, put the MH27 on. It does 1,000 lumens. Alright, so this is that's 1 lumens. Can't really see it on the camera, of course. That's 54 lumens. You can see, the camera doesn't do it justice, but you can see the yard pretty well. I mean, if you had to walk around and just walk around and walking the dog or something, this 54 lumens is fine. It's great indoors in order to, you know, if the power's out, just aim it at the ceiling. It does tailstand for the MH27. That's about 250 lumens, and that's 1,000 lumens. You can just make out those trees barely. Better in person. The camera, again, is not as picking up as much, but I can clearly see those trees. Again, those trees are about 200 feet away. This is 1,000 lumens on the MH27. Just giving you a comparison, 1,000 lumens compared to 4,000 lumens. So anyway, that gives you an idea. So that's it for the beam shots. Okay, here's a comparison of the blue and red strobe on the MH27, which is on the left, and the LD75C, which is on the right. Now, right there, you can see the LD75C on your right is overpowering the MH27. And intermittently, you can see the MH27 on the left. But as soon as the LD75C turns on, it overpowers the MH27 by far. But of course,
the blue and red light on the LD75C is a much higher lumens than the MH27, which I'll be doing a review of the MH27 along with the MH25 coming up in one of my next videos. So anyway, hope that helps you guys. Guys, take care. Thank you.
Okay guys, I'm in my kitchen. The last feature I wanted to show you, one of the main reasons I bought the LD75C was its ability to tail stand in case of emergency and the power is out and there's no light and you don't want to light candles. As in my case, I have small children, so having candles around the house, not such a great idea. But the LD75C has a very wide base on it, makes it very easy to tail stand. Okay, and has fantastic run times due to the 18650, 4 18650 batteries. So this is, I'm in the kitchen of our house, and right now the LD75C is at 40 lumens. You can see it puts a light on the ceiling and it kind of just bounces around. Now, the camera doesn't really do it justice, but I can pretty much clearly see everything in the kitchen that I needed to see. So in an emergency, I could walk around and pretty much do everything I needed to do. It even lights up a little bit of the living room. I mean, I can see everything in the living room and the kitchen quite well. No issues. Again, guys, you just have to take my word for it, as the camera here I'm using doesn't really pick it up. But again, at 40 lumens, the LD75C will run for 175 hours. So if you had multiple days in a row where you didn't have power and you needed a light at night, this would be the flashlight for you. This is one of the main reasons I bought this flashlight, was because of this feature. Now if we bump it up to 200 lumens, as you can see, it really lights up the kitchen. And you can see now in the camera it's showing up that most of the living room's lit up. You can easily, guys, right now I can walk around the entire kitchen and function and do whatever I need to do in case of an emergency where there's no power and there's no light. Now this setting, it will run at 200 lumens, it will run for 35 hours. So even if you need to bump it up for more light, plenty of light, 35 hours. If you were in a prolonged situation where you didn't have light at night, you could probably use this setting for probably several days in a row minimum, perhaps more if you're conservative with your usage. So anyway, next setting bumps up to 600 lumens. Again, 600 lumens. I think it'll run for like 11 hours or something like that, if I remember correctly. But anyway, it lights up everything, guys. No problems. Next setting, 1800 lumens. Again, it's like having a light on in your kitchen. And at 4000 lumens, really bright. So now going back down to 40 lumens, bump up to 200 lumens. Now, the MH27, I love this light. It's great. But as you can see, the tail of it right here, it's very small. It's very narrow. So MH27 will tail stand, but it's wobbly. You got to take a moment and make sure it sets down. I'm not going to have that problem with the LD75C because of the wide base. So this is one of the reasons I bought the LD75C, because its ability to tail stand quite well. This is the MH27, which I'll be doing a review on here shortly. This is my main flashlight for walking around the house, going to the bathroom, things like that, especially because it only has 1 lumens. Now the one thing I wish the Fenix LD75C has that a lot of the night core lights now feature is the special modes. So the LD75C, the Fenix, only has strobe. In white it only has strobe. It does not have the SOS or the beacon feature, which I really like. I really think it's a great value with the night core flashlights, just because if you were ever in an emergency and you're lost in the woods, let's say, or something, and you need help and you need people to be able to find you, you know, you could put the LD75C, if it had that feature, on beacon, and then with the 4 18650 batteries, it would have probably an incredibly long run time and send a flash of 4000 lumens every couple seconds into the sky or wherever you're pointing it, allowing rescuers to find you. So I hope in the future that Fenix will put those features in their flashlights. the SOS feature, which most flashlights do have, besides the strobe, and the beacon feature, which some manufacturers call the aircraft notification or something like that. They don't call it a beacon, they call it something else, but it's the same thing. It's one flash of the flashlight at turbo mode basically every couple seconds. So anyway, that's my review, guys, of the LD75C. We'll do one real quick. We'll do the colors. So that's blue and red, which is obviously really bright. Let's see. Okay. There's steady blue. Blue illuminates the kitchen pretty well too. That's green. My camera kind of looks like it's white, but it's really green. Red. Red really lights up everything pretty well. It's the brightest of the color LEDs. Has the most lumens. And that's the 200 lumens of the color LED white on that. But again, the runtimes on that 200 lumens compared to the 4 XML2U2 ones is not as much as the 4 LEDs on that setting are 35 hours compared to the 11 hours with the color LED white. So just keep that in mind. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed my review. I'm sorry I kind of stumbled around and mumbled a little bit. It's my first video, so I will try to improve that in the future. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel if you can. I'd really appreciate it. And leave me some comments. I really appreciate constructive criticism. Negative comments, anyone can do that. But I really like to hear constructive criticism, or any positive remarks you might have or suggestions you might have would be fantastic. So I really appreciate it, guys. I hope to do more reviews in the future of the flashlights. I have many flashlights. I also have lasers that I'm planning to do reviews on, as well as a lot of other products that I really like, such as solar devices, solar panels and things like that, which I would like to do reviews of also to help you guys out. Because I know, when I'm on Amazon or something and I'm looking at a product, a flashlight, whatever it may be, I go on YouTube and I check out people's videos and their reviews to really get a solid idea if I want to buy that product, if that product is living up to the standard of what they say in the advertising. And all you fellow YouTubers out there, you really help people like myself out. I can't tell you how many times I've saved a lot of money just fixing my vehicle by watching some YouTube videos where otherwise I would have had to go into a shop and spend who knows how much money there. So anyway, thanks so much, guys. You guys take care.